you know, hard topics, right? Dealing with sickle cell. But I want to lighten things up just a little bit, just slightly. Guys, I want to ask, what positive things do you feel you've gotten with having this disease? And I know that's a tough question because there's like a laundry list of heartache and struggle and frustration and physical, emotional, mental pain. But is there something about this disease that has enlightened you to some degree?
I would say definitely, and I was just having a conversation yesterday with my hairstylist and another person, and they were talking about, my youthful look, and I was like, well, I'm older than y'all, like, I'm 39, and they were like, what?
But you don't look it, he looks like
they were
he's
like,
25.
you look like you're in your early 30s, I was like, thank you, and that's what I'm saying, like, that's one of the blessings of this disease, I guess, is that, we don't look our age. And
no, we really don't, though. We really don't.
Yeah, right? I don't know if that's due to, like, the blood transfusions or whatever, but that's one of the upsides. Another upside, I would say, is just the strength and the confidence that, it's given me. Even though, I suffered that stroke, it made me the person that I am today. And, as far as that, it kind of worked in my favor because now not only am I seen, but I'm very seen. And you know what I mean? I have the strength to carry because God gave me that. So I think that's the upside too.
And me,
you, Sari?
me is, the higher power God who gives us the strength to keep going forward because, my mom is definitely a warrior, prayer warrior. And also,
shout out to our prayer warriors.
Yes, my mother's a warrior, a prayer warrior, because throughout my mother and my grandmother's prayers, because my grandmother is 93 and she's still jiving, 92, and she prays for me too. So throughout their prayers, we will not be here today. And especially with sickle cell, because I almost died a couple of times. No, even I was pregnant. I was in 2014 and I had a miscarriage that time. I'm not afraid to tell that story because I know people are going to be sensitive about this. But it's a sensitive topic, and I had an exchange transfusion in September 18, 2014 when I was pregnant. And it was a very scary thing. I was in the ICU for a week and a half. All my friends from high school college. Shout out to Dwayne and Sean who came by, and even they cried near my bedside. And people too, and especially my mom's church friends. Sister Betty and Sister Ida came and they all prayed for me, and it was not easy. And then around November 3rd, 2014, I had a miscarriage that time, and it was not an easy thing. And the doctor said you could have another child, but I'm going to say, you know what, I'm almost 40 in the next couple of years. And I just say maybe in a couple of years I may adopt children. You never know what the future may.
I think you do an amazing job. You have such a big heart, and you're such a strong advocator. I mean, you would do amazing with the foster care system and
the foster
and just
care.
Loving on these babies. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that it might be in case they said that I can't have any more children, but by faith, let's say by faith we'll have it. And also big support system with SCTPN, a big support system with couple of people that I know in the community, and especially people that I work. Even Louis from Team No Sleep, shout out to him, always check up on me to make sure. My friend who's close friend with me from high school, Anthony Samuel, thank you. Yes, those are the main peoples that kept, always check up on Esta Negrita aquí to know if I'm okay, to know if I need anything. And, it's amazing that I have a great support system in the community, and especially when 2-3 people gather, there's always one. That's what it is.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus, and especially my cousins.
If it wasn't for prayer, I would be like I don't know.
We would be dead. We would be dead if it was for prayer, because if it wasn't for your grandma's prayers and your mama's prayers, we will not be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I want y'all to thank y'all prayer warriors because, you know, in your lives, whoever it is, like whether it's your grandmother, your mother, your father, your grandfather, your auntie, your uncles, just love on them because, you know, I believe there's four dynamics to an individual, four dynamics, meaning physical aspect, mental aspect, emotional aspect, and spiritual aspect. That is what creates a human being, I feel like. And many of us forget about that spiritual side. And even when we are going through our troubles,
Yes.
so those warrior prayers, those intercessors that kind of sit between us and God in that moment of struggle. So shout out to them. Shout out to my mama.
Yes. All the prayer warriors.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially the elders, because once the elders, especially shout out to the elders in the sickle cell community, like Ginger, like Donette, like Augustina, and those people, especially few more down the line, they are our elders teaching us how to be better warriors, how to take care of ourselves, how to be successful in life. Because once these elders are leaving, because I know our elders are leaving, we're the next generation leading the sickle cell community. And you know, we're not gonna lose our focus like, oh, the president of SCTPN or somebody passes away, what can we do? No, we got to keep going in their legacy.
We gotta strap our boots, put on our armor, and get going.
Exactly. So if it wasn't for the elders, because I know us young people, I was one of those that I don't respect my elders or nothing back when I was young. But now as I got older, I said, wow, our elders are leaving sooner or later. We had one elder that she passed away, Miss Desiree Chung, always advising to the youth and kids to do better in school and stand up for yourself and everything. May God rest her soul, you know. She is an amazing advocate and amazing person, and I worked with her till her last breathing in Montefiore. It's very sad that we lost this elder. We lost Miss Adama Goldberg. She was one of our elders in SCTPN, and few more down the line that, you know, those elders, they helped me when I first started SCTPN in 2016, helped me to be a better me because I was 28, OD lost. I came out of domestic violence relationship and I came out of so much more. Even I was abused and everything. But those people, they keep it real with me. That, you know, they want,
saw something
they
in
saw
you.
something in me. Even Esme saw something in me. So, you know,
and not only that, but just looking at the elders, you know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful to see that they're living still great lives. Like, I met a woman that was like in her 80s, still looked like she was in her 50s, still out there dipping and doing it. And I was like, go ahead. Like, because you exist, I know that I can live a full life with sickle cell. Like, not the same, you know, death note as it used to be. Like, I know that we can live well and prosper and be healthy with this disease way into our 80s and even our 90s.
Yes.
So, I want to ask you a question. What advice do you guys have for individuals that are on their journey with sickle cell disease? What advice that you can give from your own personal walk?
Tristan, you go.
All right, I was going to say, with me, I am a peer-to-peer mentor with the SCDAA, and I have a lot of different mentees, you know, that are transitioning from pediatric care to adult care right now. And the main thing I tell them to not get lost in the system and to transition correctly is to make sure they always have a wallet card that has at least 5 topics on it. 1 being your medicine, 2 being, you know, what type of sickle cell you have. The 3rd one being, you know, a contact person that, you know, if you're in a bad crisis or whatever and you can't talk sometimes, like, have them contact that person. 4, you always want to make sure that, you know, you're seen within 10 minutes or less when you go to the ER, because after 15 minutes, when you are a sickle cell warrior in crisis, anything after 15 minutes can cause organ damage. So you always.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
God. Well, God bless us, because I waited more than 15 minutes in the emergency settings.
Yeah, no, that's why I always say, you know, in the emergency department, it's imperative that we are seen within the first 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, it can do even more damage. You know what I mean? And then the fifth thing I always tell them is just to make sure, you just say a prayer before you go in, that,
That's
God
right.
puts you into the right care, the
Yeah.
right people, and has the right, outcome for you. And just go into it like that, and you're good. You know what I mean? And that's just some of the tips that I give them when I'm, mentoring them.
Wow.
That's awesome, Tristan. And you said, are you?
My advice, since I'm always with the youth, and you know the youth, I'm like a mama bear there and the auntie bear there. Those are my children,
Those
especially
are
the
your babies. Those
those
are
are
your
my
Yes.
babies.
babies. And I don't matter how old you are and you're transitioning, you still gonna be my babies no matter what. Even you
Okay.
transitioning, okay? So my advice to them is, since I tell them all the time, if they have any questions, right now we're starting to give them booklets from the Generation S. Shout out to Generation S from Novartis. We're giving them booklets
Yes.
starting soon. We're waiting for the orders to come so they could have a booklet about transition. And if they have any questions, they can come back to me or to the nurses and to the doctors. I always tell them is, if they have questions, speak up for yourself at school, and especially to teachers. I teach them to advocate themselves in the schools, because in case they end up being absent, and in case attendance is being dummy, and they have nowhere, and they report it. And I told them, listen, just stand up for yourself. I told them, always carry medical ID.
Yep.
Buy a medical ID, and show them that you have sickle cell. In case, also for the parents, please have the child have a 504 plan. That does not mean you're slow and stupid. No, it's not. That does not mean you're mental. It's to have extra time for water and bathroom,
Yeah.
and
I
more
have a
time on the
have actually
test.
the IED. Yeah, because of the water, like, wait, you're gonna get water for the 10th time. So we had to actually do that, go that route with the school and get like a whole doctor's thing just for me to be able to make sure I hydrate.
Right.
Yeah,
Because with sickle cell, hydration is really important,
it's
guys. It
important.
really is. But yeah, yeah, what you're saying right now, I had to go through it as well.
Yep.
Especially
I did too.
parents, the parents that are, that they have smaller kids and they're going to pre-K or kindergarten. Please, like, have a 504 plan, or ask or get educated. What is a 504 plan? Also, see a social worker, sickle cell social worker about this. And also, that's all I could tell them for the smaller children. And also, yes, also for the high school students, especially they're taking regents or any tests in New York City, is to have more time to put it in their
Yeah.
504 plan. Is to have more time on your tests, because I understand some get red too. I was red too when I was young. So,
Yeah.
and I passed my regents, and I don't know
Yeah.
how did I pass them.
So I don't
So,
know if I don't know if you guys went through this. So Sarah is talking about 501, and it's also
504
called
IEP.
IEP. There we go. And I don't know about you guys, but IEP puts you in a position to protect yourself. To not fall behind. With me, I actually had an experience where, as Sadia said, testing time, that I had an episode that pushed me into the hospital. And with that IEP, I was able to take my finals in the hospital.
That's what's up. I wish
So,
they
like,
did have
if you
done that
guys
in my
are
year.
having, you are parents, I suggest you to go down to the school and get that put in for your child, because it protects them from falling behind. It really does.
It does. It does protect them, and it takes them through life, even through college. But
Yep. So many times I had to, when I was in the hospital, I had people who would get my homework for me after school, bring it home, you know what I mean? And it would stack up. And then when I could get to it, I got to it, and the teacher would be understanding because they already knew what it was.
Yeah.
Like you guys
yeah,
were saying, 504.
504. That does not mean we are not slow and stupid. I'm just letting y'all
No,
know.
no, not at all.
I'm just like, we're telling everybody that we're not slow and stupid. It's just that we need that for protection. And especially, like, right now with the virtual learning, it's not very easy for the students that we have to sit. I have to sit next to my brother since he's autistic. And especially he's on a 504 plan. And it's not easy because he don't stay still, nothing. And I be telling him to, yep, all right, papi, do the work. And, if you let me see if the teacher asks me questions, how to do this and how to do that. All right, I sit next to my brother. He makes sure he's a smart kid. He does his homework and everything. But, yes, it's protection. And also another thing is for the 21-year-old children and the ones that are going to college. Please make sure you get copies when you get discharged from the hospital to every professor you got. Even check the learning disability program. Also, because back in my time, I didn't know there was a disability office. But
I didn't either.
We didn't know about that. So we're telling all the college students that are entering college, especially with sickle cell, to go to the offices of disability. And and also get letters to say that you have sickle cell, and you're going to be absent so many days. You don't know when we're going to have an episode, maybe in school, maybe home, maybe somewhere. But carry that always with you when you get discharged from the hospital, and give it to your professors. If they don't want a copy, then tell the dean, tell the academic dean, or somebody, or the student services, because you know what? It's to protect you. That's how I did 4 years of college, 3.5 years of college, to protect me and tell these professors that I have sickle cell. Can you please let me do my finals? And then guess what? I got to do my finals and I passed them with flying colors. And I graduated college with a 3.5, 3.6 GPA with Dean's List. But I didn't graduate with honors, but at least I graduate college. That counts because I missed 1 point because I was in the hospital. But that's okay. At least I got my degree. That counts.
So, I wanted to chime in. Unfortunately, it's been an amazing talk. We are getting closer to the end of our show. We and these guys can talk all day.
Exactly.
I wanted to know, if you guys are able to join me next Sunday as well, because there is a hot topic we're hitting.
Yeah.
And I know you two will be amazing. The topic next Sunday, hear me out, guys. The topic next Sunday is we're going to discuss about the experience in the ER in hospital setting.
Whoa.
The good, the bad, the nasty, the joyfulness of it, all mixed up in one. And what we can do, just, Tristan gave you a little insight in what we can do information-wise to kind of help ourselves when we are dealing with some tough situations in the ER setting, in the hospital setting. Once again, guys, it is my honor to have you on this show, the first show of A Warrior's Call. You guys are, in my book, giants when it comes to advocating and just being an example of elegance, integrity, warrior-likeness, and that's why I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Love you too. Thanks.
You know what? All of that goes back to you. Like, I'm so blessed to know you two queens and, have you guys be my friends and just continue to, walk through this thing as sickle cell warriors with me. So God bless both of you.
God bless you too.
On whatever you need, Stephanie, let me know.
Yes.
Me too, Stephanie. Whatever you need is good.
Okay, guys, you hear that? They're going to be joining me again next Sunday because this is a little a hot topic that I've been itching to talk about because Lord knows there's a lot of examples, even on social media. I don't know about you guys, but I've witnessed situations that are on.
Yeah, I see that a lot on social media, especially videos.
Yeah.
Videos.
So I'm gonna start to wrap this up a bit. Once again, thank you guys for being a part of my first day doing this. I was nervous earlier, but once I was reminded that we're just having a conversation. That's all we're doing. Just having a conversation of what it is to live with sickle cell disease, what it is to be a part of this community in one form or another. Thank you again, Tristan Lee from Pennsylvania, Saria Santiago from New York City.
Thanks.
Lester, you can take us out when you're ready.